Okay, guys, let me tell you a quick story here. I was just going through this whole thing. I had it all apart. Apparently, I saved you a lot of viewing. Um, this had a little leak up here in the seal, so I took it all apart, redid the seal, flipped the bottom on it because you can see that that was pitted. So I flipped the bottom on it, cut this bracket, got it done there. I've been doing this for about 20-25 minutes because the air compressor kept running. I couldn't find out. I sprayed some soap in there and I noticed we had a little bit of a leak. Just a little bit, just enough to where the compressor kicked on about every 20-25 minutes. Anyhow, in the interim of going through all this, I was recording it and I just decided to take you guys over there with me. And when I picked up the camera, it wasn't recording. And I said, geez, I thought I hit the record button. Well, I did. However, when I hit it again, it says that the card is full. And I said, well, why is the card full? Now, it's not the same card that I have in there as a rule. I had a card, a Samsung, in the house that was in something at one time. It was only a 32. And I thought I formatted it, and I formatted it through the camera. And when I hit record, it tells me the card is full. It won't let me format the card. It just won't happen. I hooked it up into the computer, same thing. I format it, I go back to it, all the files are still on it. Now, that little card, I don't see any lock on it. So I don't know how it's locked, if it's locked, I have no idea. All I know is I've been fooling around with that and brought it out here. Now I put the other card back in. It's got the 64 in there now. But what a pain in the ass. I have no idea. And I've got 3 or 4 good thumb drives that it won't let me format. And I don't recognize them. And they did. So what happened to that? And I tried it on the other computer, and it didn't make a difference. So, you can't say, well, maybe it's just a virus, because I tried 2 different computers. Okay, so this is where we're at. What I did was I cut the bracket in half so I can reverse it out this way. Otherwise, I had to bolt the bracket in, then I had to do all the bullshit trying to get this all in place at the same time, which was a pain in the butt, because when I tried to put this on, and I had it on an angle, see, this turns so that it doesn't kink. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. But when I have it like this, and I'm trying to tighten this up into something, it won't turn. So then I had to keep turning, and it took me 20 minutes to do it. So I said, well, that's not going to work either. So I decided just to cut the bracket in half, like I just did. So now I don't have to worry about it. And that's where I'm at this point. And now that I also found that the camera has not been recording all this time. And if I can't see the screen, and you can't on these cameras, unless you're looking at it, and if you're looking at the screen, well, you're not in front of the camera. So it was a bit of a dilemma that I was in. See, now I can just screw this on here, and I don't have to worry about it. And if I do want to turn the cord or the hose, I have plenty of freedom. Turn the hose with. Okay? But when I had everything in place, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I said I couldn't do it. Okay. So now I can put this up here, like so, and I'm all done. And I can just screw the filter into the bottom. Okay, so let me get a couple of screws. I got one right here that I can use, if I can get in there with the screw gun, now that I have the air fitting in the way. Well, I can always go a little bit higher with it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to go there. What it does mean though is, I have to find the screw gun, which is right here in front of me. And I think you're seeing what I'm doing over here. So, I put the plywood there. Let's see, I can probably get around this. If I can't, well then I can just get the extension and make it work. That's not a big deal. Actually, that side I could take around to the side. I didn't think of that. I could just bend that around. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. There's a knot hole there. A knot hole! So now I can just bend that over a little bit. Or bend it, tap it, bang it. And now screw it. Screw it. Alright, hold on a minute. Let me get a screw. Now, why did I start all this, you ask? Well, because I wanted to make the other airline for it now. And I was getting ready to do that. And when I came over here to check it, I had the compressor off, and I noticed it was empty, which was not a good thing. There, okay. All right. It's a little crooked, but you know what? That's fine. All right, so let's take a little more goop. Put down here. I got Teflon tape. I just don't feel like dealing with it right now. Okay. What I just do with you? Oh, here we are. Good. That's good. There. Now, snuggle the compressor in, up, and behind. And I got a baking tray here that I got from Tom from the Coast Guard station. I've got 3 of them actually. When they get old, they stop using them. You know, they just get worn out. So he figures, yeah, all right. So he gave them to me, thinking, well, I always have a use for it, which I did. I put a baking pan down there because they're like big. I got 2 of them outside yet. I'll show you. Well, I'm not going to show you now, but they're big, and they definitely are good for certain things.